Good morning, Mahima. How are you doing today?
Good morning, Neetu ma'am. I'm doing great. You tell me, how are you doing?
I'm really well, thank you. Here it's 11:30, so the morning is just getting started. Yeah. And how about where you are now?
I'm from India actually, and at my place is like a 10:05. So yeah, like my morning also just getting started, like with your session, I would say. So
Right,
yeah, I'm very
that's
excited to have the session.
good. Could I just ask you to introduce yourself, please? Yeah.
Of course, sure, why not? First of all, thank you so much for having me here. My name is Mahima Shukla, and I'm from UP. Currently pursuing my master's in English literature.
Mhm.
And simultaneously, I run a YouTube channel too. And as for my hobbies, so I'm a travel enthusiast. So that's a bit about me.
Oh, that's great. Thank you for the lovely introduction. So, my name is Neetu, as you know. I currently live in Bangkok, in Thailand. I'm originally from India, so I'm from Kerala. I grew up in London and I've been living in Thailand for 14 years. Yeah. I have three boys who live, two of them live with me here. And I'm a tutor on Cambly, so that's what I do during the day, helping students practice their English and grammar and anything else they want to do. Yeah. So thank you so much for joining me today. That's great.
It's my pleasure, ma'am. And good to hear that, and you don't like, you said like you were born in India. You don't like you were born in India now because you grew up in UK and now you live in Bangkok. So it's completely
Uh,
fades away like Indian
oh, yeah,
and all.
that's right. I still love visiting India. It's lovely. Every time we go, I feel like, there's so many parts of India to explore, and I feel like I don't know most of it, having lived away for so long. So it's very nice to go and just see different parts. So could you tell me a little bit, Mahima, about where you're from in India and just a little bit about the city as well, please?
Okay, sure. As I mentioned that I'm from UP. The UP, like the city near to, my city name is Fatehpur. It's come between Prayagraj and Kanpur.
Okay.
I'm from there, and it's a very small town, I would say. So where we don't have much opportunity. So if you wanna do higher study and all, then you have to move to Delhi because Delhi is a nearby place where often we go for a study and job purpose, at least IT hub, right? So
Hmm.
yeah, just like another small brief about my town.
That's great. Okay. And who do you have in your family? Do you have brothers and sisters, your parents?
Yeah, I have a actually, and he's a younger, I'm the elder one. We have a 6 years of age difference actually.
Okay.
But yeah, sometimes I feel like he sounds more mature.
All right. I see. So is he also living at home? He lives at home with you as well? Yes.
Right, right. He lives actually.
Right. Wow. So you mentioned that you're doing a master's in English literature. So what inspired you to do
Mhm.
that? Why did you decide that was the subject that you wanted to do?
Okay. Actually, it's nothing to do with my interest, honestly. I'm telling you, I just wanted to get a degree. And
Okay.
so I thought of doing master's in English literature. I found it's easy to do from corresponding. So I'm doing from corresponding college, Sikkim Manipal.
Mhm.
And the reason is pretty simple only.
Yeah.
We need a degree to move ahead in a career, right? There are a lot of career when you go for a job interview and you are applying somewhere, so they ask for masters. So
Mhm.
this is the only reason behind that why I'm doing my masters, because otherwise that poetry and this is through kind of English we never gonna use this in real life conversation. We need a simple or conversational English.
Yes.
So yeah.
That's right. I agree with that. When we speak, we want to sound natural and we want to just have, most of our time is spent having informal, everyday conversation. So that's why these channels that we have, it's good for people to practice, isn't it? To learn
Right.
phrases and things like that. That's great. Wow. So how are you finding it so
Literature
far?
exam is completely.
Yeah, sorry.
Have you ever noticed like literature English when it's come to literature, like in
Yeah,
English, it's completely different. So
yeah.
just like close your mind, like if you understand and start reading it, no, it's not easy to comprehend.
That's true. I mean, the literature part, I did that in school. So I did that for A level, which is like till 18 years old. And then for my degree, I did English language and linguistics. So that was really fascinating because we learn about how people speak in different countries.
Different countries.
Yeah, differences in their, the way they express themselves and communicate. And it was just really fascinating. I loved it. Yeah. So that's great. Yeah. So Mahima, so are you also working as well as studying, or is it purely study at the moment?
Um, Currently, I'm just studying at the moment, but yeah, I used to work actually, and it was a work from home actually. There was a UK based company where I worked almost 3 years. So currently, I'm not working. Yeah, so
Okay.
you can consider me I'm working on myself, where I'm learning some skills like additional skills apart from this language. So this is something I'm doing and enjoying the journey.
That's excellent. And what's your plan after you finish studying? What would you like to do?
I really love to be the English trainer actually, like soft skill trainer, corporate trainers are there, right?
Right.
So this is
Yes.
something is very fascinating. Yeah, I want to try my hands on.
Yeah, that's excellent. Wow. And in terms of your English, you're speaking really well, and it's got such a natural flow about it when you're speaking. So, did you start speaking English from when you went to school?
No, I started like learning English. It's been 3 years only for me. I
Oh,
did my entire school, my graduation itself in Hindi medium. This is my mother tongue, Hindi,
right.
which we speak at home.
Yes.
So English I learned from a scratch. You could say like that newborn baby learned any
Mm,
language. So the
yeah.
same way I learned English.
Yeah,
I'm
excellent.
still
It's so
learning.
good. Yeah. You sound very articulate when you speak. Yeah. So what advice would you give to a learner? Like just one tip that you would say to a learner who is on their speaking journey, and they are beginner level. What would you say was something that helped you to progress?
One thing I can say that it's going to help for everyone. Like whenever we start learning a new language, it can be anything.
Mm,
Of course, we have to start with the listening. Listening is play a significant role, but after listening, you
mm,
have to imitate those things which you have heard on a podcast or maybe anywhere you are watching a video, right? So try
yes.
to remember those things and have a conversation with someone. And if you, in
Mm,
initial day of your journey, you are not feeling comfortable with talking to strangers, right? You feel like
mhm,
we can't do, we make mistakes and all, people gonna laugh at me. No, first of all, it's not true.
yeah.
But in case if you feel like then there is a self talk is there where we can do the mirror practice and
Yeah.
that video recording. So these kind of things I did initially.
Yes, that's great. And just like we say, throw yourself out there. Don't wait for people to, make comments or say anything, because just follow your path and just make progress. Yeah. And sometimes we don't see the progress, do we, straight away? It might be where we feel a bit stuck in a rut. We feel like we're not progressing. We need to kind of extend our learning. So, depending on where we are, we can learn new phrases, a few idioms, and throw them in when we need to, just to add to, the flow and um, add to the expression when we speak. Yeah, that's excellent. Wow. So, do you speak like with your friends, or is it mainly in your mother tongue when you're speaking?
Uh, no, ma'am. Actually, see, most of the time I speak Hindi, of course.
Mm,
But for English, I have to find that environment. And already found it for me myself because it's my urge. I have to learn, so I can't stick and give blame or excuse to someone or to myself. Even though I don't have environment, we have to create an environment around us, right?
yeah.
So, a couple of friends who are some platforms where I go for regular practice. So that's what I do.
That's great. Yeah. And just have your own, like, sometimes we compare with other people. Like we say, oh, my friend speaks better than me, or, I should be at this stage. But I think the best marker is ourselves, isn't it? Just to try and, compare our progress from the beginning to now, which is the best thing we can do. That's excellent. Yeah. So, Mahima, I know that you have a channel like me. So, could you just tell everyone the name of your channel and more about the content of it, please?
Yes, of course. Like my English channel, sorry, my channel name is Begin with Believe,
Mhm.
and my niche is also English. Like it's all about the conversation videos the way we are doing. So in a such way, I also upload on my channel.
Yeah.
And it's been a 7 month I've been running that channel. Earlier, I used to quite active on my channel, but it's been a 1.5 month. I'm not
Yeah.
putting so much effort. I would say I don't know the reason behind it. Like I would simple says my procrastination, no excuse for that. Seriously.
Right.
So yeah, I have a conversation with where my subscribers or sometimes trainers and
Yeah.
sometimes other YouTubers like you and trainers. So where I upload on my channel, so other can also learn because most of the people are looking for a real life conversation the way we are having,
Mhm.
so they can use it in their real life. So
Yes.
yeah, this is something.
That's excellent. Yeah. And yeah, just keep following your path and you make progress. That's excellent. So Mahima, in terms of, I just had like a general kind of topic to talk with you today. So I just wanted to ask you if you had a choice, if you could go back in time 50 years, would you choose that or would you prefer to go forward in time? So obviously going back in time, we can see how people lived before us, and going forward, we can like see how things have progressed beyond our life. So what would be your first choice, to go back or forward in time? It's a
I
difficult
can
question,
say I
isn't
would.
it? Yeah.
No. Yeah, it seems to be difficult, but yeah, I know. I'm gonna move forward in my life because
Right.
past is already what happened with you, and you can't make any changes. And I don't think so. We have to go back in our past to learn something. No, because already the mistakes which you made or anybody made in your family, you
Mm-hmm.
learned already, right?
Right.
So it's always better to move ahead. And if you know something about your future where you can work on that yourself, so it's always better. So I would go with I would go and wanna know my future, how it's going to be, how things will be. So accordingly, I can prepare myself for that.
Well, that's a fantastic answer. Yeah. So you're someone that looks ahead into the future and the opportunities. So, what opportunities or what kind of changes do you think there would be, um, like 50 years from now, in terms of life? Yeah.
Even we can't even imagine that the way the world is progressing now. Oh my God, like seriously,
Yeah.
because we are the one who has seen both things. I when I was born actually in 19, and then things were completely different when I was in a high school class 8 and all. Now, after, I guess say after 2013, the things has been changed and completely different. Digitalization is there,
Right.
social media is booming, that opportunities and all. So I would say in upcoming generation, and sorry, not upcoming generation, upcoming future, I would say,
Yeah.
um, going to be more opportunities for people and because nowadays people are very creative, they are doing inventions and all, so it creates employment for others, right?
Right.
Now earlier people didn't have that courage to take a risk and start their own, but now if we see, I can say like 16 years old girl and school going college and college boys, they are entrepreneur where they have something their own to do with, right? So people don't
Right.
want to work for someone else. This is the situation now. So if
Yes.
we have a lot of opportunities, so people have employment also there. And inclination rate is also increasing day by day. So for that, like earning a lot is going to become unnecessary. But yeah, again, we are going to get a lot of opportunities
Yeah.
and we have to work on our skill because most of the things is just I'm not saying it's completely replaced by AI, but yeah,
Mm.
somewhere we can say we have that fear.
Yeah.
AI is replacing so many jobs. So we have to
Exactly.
upgrade ourselves and focus on the skill which no machine, no AI like can't be replaced. So work on those skills, I would say.
Yes. Oh,
We
well,
can survive.
that's a great answer. Yeah. I mean, in terms of AI and technology, I think with some people, maybe the older generation as well, they feel that it's a daunting, step, and they, struggle with technology. They might find it difficult. But do you think it's something that we can't avoid these days? It's something that we have to embrace and move forward with?
Sorry, ma'am. Actually, I didn't get
Yeah.
that. Your voice was
Yeah.
breaking up for me.
Yeah, sure. So, do you think that we should all try to kind of learn as much as we can about technology, and, kind of use it in a positive way for our future?
Um, yes, because using the technology is also a skill, like it's art, right? And
Right.
most of the people have that privilege or resources to use it. The way they use it, that matters. You have a AI, how you're using it. You are, creating a maybe fun games or something, maybe cartoons and all. This is another use. And another is like where you are understanding the depth about something. It can be a subject knowledge or where you're upskilling yourself. So of course it matters, and
Yeah.
that's what I'm telling you. Please be careful. I always say just you have the resources, don't wait for the right moment, start learning, keep updating yourself on a daily
Yes.
basis because this is something is going to help you in future.
Hmm.
We think like today, oh, why we do that? Like it's okay, like the what we are doing, it's fine. Like there are most of the people in corporate who works with, they think, okay,
Yeah.
I have learned this skill, now I don't have to add on. Like it's
Mm.
enough. But this is not enough. That because who knows in future what kind of opportunities come and your place can be easily replaceable by someone else.
Yes.
So we don't have to rigid actually with this
Mm.
mindset. Just be receptive, like
Mm.
have a progressive mindset. So it will definitely help.
Yeah, that's excellent. Yeah, exactly. It's about embracing it because it's not something that's going to go away. It's going to just keep advancing and keep progressing. So we have to move with the times. Yeah. And if I think back to my childhood when I was in school in England, it was all very much like, writing in books. There were no laptops. I think when I was a teenager, it started kind of becoming more common to have laptops and phones and things like that. So everything was, we would go to the library, do our research, we would write in books and things like that. So when I tell my children that now, they are like 14 and 15, they find it so difficult to understand because their lives are different, and everything is based around research online. They do projects and things like that. And it's, yeah, such a different way of learning and living now. Yeah. And I think would you say that the positives outweigh the negatives when it comes to technology?
Right, there are pros and cons both are there. I would say definitely
Mm.
because you will get in an earliest take example of new like who is a 5 years old
Mm.
boy and girl. Now they know what is ChatGPT, how to use it, and
Yeah.
they have access to all social media accounts. They know. And when I see that, oh my God, like it's blow my mind, like how in early age they know. Because when I was in class 11th and 12th, till then I didn't know what is Facebook properly. Seriously.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
but now they have their Insta ID, Facebook ID in the age of,
Mm.
I can say 10 or 11-year-old. So
Yes.
this is the situation. Somewhere this is like a disadvantage of
Yeah.
um, technology or social media, the digitalization which is happening
Yes.
because people don't have a control.
Yeah, and I was watching like on something online about how they're testing cars, flying cars, and things like that. So, do you think all these kind of innovative changes are a good thing? What do you think? Because this kind of made me think like there are pros and cons, aren't there? Like when we think about, we're so used to planes in the air, we've seen drones, um, helicopters, and things like that. But to have cars that fly seems like a very unique concept and something that is difficult for me to get my head around. So, what do you think about that?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, ma'am. Actually, I also heard somewhere.
Mm.
I don't know, like how we consider it's a good. We can't reach in a conclusion at whether it's a good or bad. But yeah, one thing is it's gonna harm the environment. The reason is like when it's come to a prawns, I would say yeah. If cars start flying in a uh,
Mm.
air and all, like a flight, so it decrease the traffic in a
Right.
city, right? You
Yes.
can reach on time, maybe early. So
Hmm.
these are the some benefits which you get with that. But
Yeah.
what about the disadvantages? Like that air pollution would be there, right?
Exactly.
And maybe I'm not sure about the another disadvantage of that, but this is something is going to happen for sure. That
Yes.
air pollution is going to be a lot,
That's it.
which is still
Exactly.
is not good. Like condition AQI, if we check
Yeah.
in India, and all, I don't know about another country, and all,
Mm.
but
Mm.
condition
Yeah,
is not good.
that's right. So, in terms of this kind of like how transport is changing um, and like we often think about accidents as well. Sometimes we hear about plane accidents and that terrible crash in Air India that happened last year, and it's just so devastating for many people. So when you think about cars also being in the sky and like the kind of the risks involved, so obviously there are many benefits in terms of traffic on the roads will be minimized, but when you think about the dangers as well. There are a few, and it's not something that we can take lightly, is it? Yeah. So that's really, yeah, exactly. And driverless cars, this is also something that people are testing in different cities. Would you go in a driverless taxi, do you think, or a driverless car of some kind?
Um, I would love to try, but as of now, I don't have any plan. It seems exciting to me. Of course, I will
Yeah,
try if get a
right.
chance.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, there are so many pros and cons for everything, I guess. Yeah. Would you mind, Mahima, if I just ask you a few rapid fire questions? Would that be okay?
Mhm.
Just to get to know you a bit
Yeah,
more. Yeah. So how would you describe, so we met like for the first time. So how would you describe your personality in like 5 adjectives? What would you say?
It's very difficult actually when it's come to like describe ourselves. Often we
Right.
can give the compliment to us, but
Yeah,
ourselves, oh my God, it's fine. Okay.
exactly. Yeah.
Um, Kind and somewhere emotionally, I would say
Yeah.
emotionally weak, of course. All right. Yeah. And resilient
Right. Yeah.
and yeah, progressive mindset, like where I'm open to listen others. So
Yes.
I'm a good listener as
Mm-hmm.
well. And have that nature where I can make a friends very easily.
Mm-hmm.
When I talk, they love my company. So I would say that
Yeah.
amiable nature. Which I have. So these are the
That's
5 things.
excellent. Yeah.
Yeah,
And I agree that like in terms of making friends, I think you're very easygoing to talk to, very easy to talk to. So that's a very good skill for life, isn't it? To have like because we meet so many different people. Yeah. Thank you for that. I really like that, especially resilience. I think that's so important in life, isn't it? Being able to bounce back
perfect.
from challenges. Yeah.
Bounce back.
Yes, exactly. How about in terms of food? What is your favorite food and what is the food that's famous in your area as well?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. When it's come to food, I love homemade simple dal chal. This is my favorite food. All time we can eat. And then again, aloo paratha. And when I have to say like this North Indian food, traditional food, this is often we eat at home. Dal chal sabji roti is like a full meal we consider. And then curry and paratha, which
Mhm.
often made with like a wheat flour, as you because you're from India, so you know that.
Yes.
And then street food, when it's come to, so I like burger and chaat papri. So
Okay.
yeah, these couple of things which I really love eating in India, I
Right.
would say.
I see. Yeah, that's great. And are you a good cook yourself? Do you like cooking?
Amateur.
Yeah,
Okay, I do
same as me.
I do consider
Yeah,
myself.
yeah, right.
If I like some like a dish like which
Mm,
I feel like okay, this is my favorite one, then
mm,
I put my heart and soul to make that dish. But if
right.
I'm not in a mood, I have to cook for someone or maybe just
Mm,
buy for myself to feed myself. Then I sometimes cook very bad as well.
right.
So it
Yeah.
depends.
And I think now we're lucky that we have so many resources to look at recipes, online and find um, things that maybe suit our time and suit our, you know, food habits as well. So yeah, you're not vegetarian, are you? You eat everything. Yeah.
I'm a vegetarian.
You are vegetarian, I see. Right. Okay. Have you been vegetarian since birth?
I'm sorry.
Have you been vegetarian since you were like for always? Yeah.
Yeah. Right,
I see.
right.
Okay, that's great. Okay, so the next one is what values do you look for in other people? So when it comes to making friends, what do you value in other people?
Authenticity for sure. Like when you meet with someone, what they pretend they are very nice or naive or kind nature they have.
Yes.
But after when you start spending some time, then you get to know their real color. Their behavior start changing. So I don't like the way you are. Just start pretending, just show your true colors, right?
Hmm.
And why you have to wear that mask, which is I don't like.
Right.
So if person is authentic, right? We
Yes.
get to know a lot of things at the first place, so we don't have to wait for years to get to know about okay, he or she is like that.
Yeah.
So this is something I really love.
That's great. So you value genuine people, honesty, yeah, and like you said,
Right.
people who are authentic. Yeah, that's really
Right.
important. Yeah,
But it's very
exactly.
less,
Yeah, yeah,
very less.
yes,
So yes,
that's
out of
right.
100, you might find like two, three people like that who are very
Mm,
genuine to you. Otherwise, now relation in everywhere is like a reciprocate, like where you give and take something.
yes,
What I can say, it's like a trait.
yeah.
It's not a relation.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Sometimes you find these gems of people like that you connect with very easily, which is, yeah, you're right. It's not every day. It takes time and we don't click with everyone, do we? It takes, yeah, exactly. And in terms of this year, so what are your hopes for this year? What would you like to have more of and do less of? What do you think?
Um, Less of, I would say, is procrastination, like where I delays
Yeah.
my things, which is really I want to reduce. And
Mm-hmm.
when it's come to what I want more from my life, then I just want to be a disciplined person where
Yeah.
if I decide to do something in my life, I have to do anyhow.
Mm-hmm.
And goal or dream is something for that I'm sure you have to work, then only I get that. So I don't have much expectation to my future. No, I need that money or that big position. No, because if I'm able to do that, automatically that things comes in my way. So yeah, there's the
Yeah.
things I want to become a good version of myself. That's what.
Mm-hmm. That's excellent. Yeah. So you said about procrastination. So that's something we are all guilty of, aren't we, in life?
Right.
And why do you think we do it? What is it that makes us procrastinate? Would you say?
And there can be many reasons actually. I would say like one is where you are delaying the things because you don't like to do. It's
Mm,
not your interest at all.
yeah.
And another is can be where you are occupied with a lot of works. You really don't have time
Mm,
and you are not good at time management,
mhm.
right? So you can't fit
Exactly.
that activity or the things which you really want to inculcate in your life.
Yeah.
And the third is unrealistic goal, which we often set for ourselves expectation.
Hmm.
So somewhere it's also lead to procrastination. You feel like if I have set that goal, I have a habit of like waking up 8 a.m. And suddenly I just set at like alarm of 5 a.m. Is it really going to happen? No. I have to be realistic. What time if I'm going on a bed like at 12 p.m. So I
Yeah.
have to wake up at 6 a.m. anyhow. And that's
Hmm.
how I can say. But if you are going to bed at 2 p.m., 3
Yeah.
a.m. and all, and they are expecting to wake up at 5, then it's not a realistic. It's not
Mm,
practically possible. So
right.
we always have to be practical with your things that
Hmm.
realistic and which is feasible for you, doable for you. So then
Yes.
it's okay.
Yeah, exactly. You're right. Sometimes we overload ourselves with, work. Schedule is so tight, and then we start to like think, oh, I want to take something off because it's too much to handle, and then we procrastinate. Yeah. So it's about kind of, I think, looking inwards is a good idea for us, isn't it? There's something I always think, like every year, I think, oh, I want to kind of just reassess how everything is going and what changes I can make. And if when we tweak different parts of our life, I think we just make it more manageable and more enjoyable. I think that's important. Yeah. Do you think we take
Right.
enough time to enjoy life, or do you think we put too much pressure on ourselves in everyday life? What does enjoyment mean to you? Like having a good life. What does that look like? Yeah.
Hmm. Having a good life where you know there's a skill how to balance your work-life balance. If you
Right.
have that skill, you're master at, then you can enjoy your life for sure. But
Yeah.
if you're that one like a crybaby who are into the pressure of work and you all the time feeling overwhelming and feel like okay, I'm very tired, exhausted, and you somewhere stuck in that loop where you can't overcome and then it's a dangerous then you can't sorry, enjoy your life. The reason is pretty simple because um, we feel like dedication towards our work is everything,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not everything, right? You
Right.
have to understand your family, your own things which you really like doing. It can be any hobbies like swimming, dancing, anything. People are not taking a participate in that. They are
Yeah.
somewhere escaping from these things and somewhere living these things. That is the whole reason why people are feeling depression and all. So
That's
everyone should pick at least one hobby, what
right.
they really love doing it, and
Yes.
along with their professional life, they have to find out some time for themselves and where
Yes.
they can do that, enjoy that hobby, spend some time with quality time with family. It can be your husband, wife, kids, and
Yeah.
parents as well. So
That's
then
great.
life will be
Yeah.
beautiful.
You're very good
Looks
at
like
explaining
beautiful.
the whole kind of like different points. Yeah. And I agree with everything you said. And in the sense that we, um, like when we assess ourselves, we always need to think, have we got enough balance in our lives? Yeah. Are we doing what makes us happy? Is there enough downtime where we have time for ourselves as well as our professional work? So it's about finding that happy medium is really important, isn't it? For our physical health and our mental health as well. Yes, that's amazing. So, Mahima, we could wrap up soon. I just wanted to ask what your plans are for today. What are you doing this weekend?
Um, for today, actually, I don't have much plans. Like it's going to be as usual routine.
Right.
But tomorrow, Sunday, so I will go out
Yes.
for shopping. This is my plan because
Okay.
Sunday is always a prefer to step out. At
Yeah.
least in a weekend one day we have to refresh ourselves so we
Yes.
can feel more leisure.
It's
This is something
nice. Yeah.
I
It's good because, yeah, nice to
what's
have
your
a
plan,
change of scene. Yeah. Especially, I think with you and I, we spend a lot of time at home online. So it's nice to have that change of scene and do something different. Yeah. That's
ma'am?
amazing. So will you be going with friends or with family tomorrow?
I'm going to go with my friend, I would say friend. Yeah, I'm going to
Okay.
go because family, like your parents is not very interested to go out every time with you
Yeah.
because there's an age difference which we have often, right? Or it can be another reason where they feel like staying at home
Yeah.
because we can walk on a street like 15-20 minutes, but when it's come to their age concern, then they can't.
Yeah.
So this is the reason.
That's true. Yeah, of course, like the energy levels and kind of the interest might be different as well because of the generational time. So yes, that's great. So I hope you have a lovely weekend. It was such a pleasure to meet you, Mahima. Thank
Oh my
you.
God. Hi, Mr. Ma'am. Actually, thank you so much for your time and inviting me over your channel.
It's a
And
pleasure.
have a lovely weekend ahead, ma'am. Thank you. Thank
Yes.
you so much, ma'am. You're
Thank
really
you
sweet.
too. Great to meet you. Take care.
Thank
Bye bye.